My name is Chris Mashikele, and I am a student at the local university, Namibia University of Science and Technology, and I am currently busy with my master's in computer science. So under my master's, my topic is basically technology appropriation through co-design of conservation management tools by indigenous communities. So basically, in northwest Namibia live the Himba people. Now, the Himba people have lived close to an area, or live in an area we call the Transfrontier Conservation Area. So it's called the Skeleton Coast Iona Transfrontier Conservation Area, the TFCA. Mainly wildlife and flora is found in the TFCA. And as a result, the management of the TFCA is of utmost importance. So here is a map of the study area. So it includes the higher, this whole area of Namibia, as well as a portion of Angola. So conservancies within the TFCA face, as I mentioned earlier, many challenges, and the biggest challenge is human-wildlife conflict, as well as insufficient management of conservation resources, natural resources, as well as, so as a result, earlier this year in February, a project was commissioned called Siona, which is funded by the EU, the European Union. So the project aims to promote and as well as promote co-design of the technologies of what is this? Conservation management technologies. So the process of co-designing technologies with indigenous communities is of utmost importance because it promotes technology appropriation, which leads to sustainable use of the technologies which are put into place. So here we see three of our Himba girls dancing within. So these girls are in the study area. It's very mountainous and it's quite a challenge going there. So what exactly is the problem? The problem is that the existing anti-poaching and human-wildlife conflict and wildlife monitoring mechanisms that are in place are not sufficient. So they are quite inefficient, and as a result, specific species which are of value have been declining over the years. And there's also a lack of law enforcement in the area, in the TFCA. As I mentioned, it's very difficult to get there, and it's there are a lot of infrastructural challenges. And even when the resources are available, the monitoring technologies are available, there's a problem in terms of utilization, full utilization by the indigenous communities, especially by the indigenous communities as para-ecologists. When I say para-ecologist, I just basically mean people who have special skills in terms of the flora and the wildlife within the area. So basically, what are we trying to do? We are basically trying to co-design technology with the indigenous communities. So these technologies include items such as camera traps, as well as special type of applications such as the event book. An event book is basically, right now, in the form that it is, it's a book where game guards, people who are given the task to monitor, the task and the responsibility to monitor game and wildlife within the area. So they use the event book to write down any incidences that have occurred within the area. So my main research objective is basically to ensure conservation management, technology appropriation by indigenous Himba communities through co-design. And the reason for this is in order to constitute an enabling environment for technology appropriation. And I will also, within my research, analyze contextual factors that are affecting technology appropriation by the indigenous communities, such as their values and their viewpoints and their motivations to use different types of technologies. So basically, this is just an image of a drone which is being used to carry out surveillance around elephants and monitor elephants and whatnot. So these are the big ideas that we have in mind, but for these ideas to work, we first need the communities to come on board, and for that to happen, we are using the co-design approach where these technologies actually fit within their context. And the methodology that I have decided to use is action research, which is basically the study of social situation carried out by those involved in the in the situation in order for them to improve the situation. And under action research, I'll basically be utilizing action cycles, which now include diagnosis planning, action, assessment, as well as critical reflection and communication of what I have learned and what I have picked up. So the design approach, so basically mainly it's participatory design, which as Heike, Vinches, Theophilus and co mentioned, that it tends to improve success, ownership and acceptability. Yeah, sorry, the English is quite a challenge here, of a project in a rural community. And under that specifically, we look at co-design, which now, according to Stanley and co, basically originates from the application of the participatory action research paradigm in a design setting. So this is actually an image of a design session we had last month, early last month in the area. So we were busy designing certain apps, an early warning system, as well as a digital event book. So these are just community members who we are having a design session with, and they were quite interactive. And so the particular approach that we took within this co-design session was basically we're having a storytelling session where the community members were talking about specific experiences that they had and how they dealt with them. And through that, we now took themes which we used in the solution exploration phase, and thereafter we are now busy with the solution development. So once we have concluded the solutions, or we have developed the solutions as per the designs that came out of the co-design session, then we go back for validation and verification. So we some of our designs, so initially just started on some blank papers, blank screens that represent cell phones. Then after that, it leads us to a UI, an interface where the community designs how they want the application to look like exactly. And all this is them. We had a minimal influence in this specific design, apart from guiding here and there. And significance of my research, I believe that an appropriation approach will come out of my research, and I'll also through my research I'll be able to provide empirical data in the field of technology appropriation, specifically by indigenous communities. And the study will also, most importantly, contribute towards the improvement of the management of the TFC area. Okay, so this is some of the terrain that we have to go through on a regular basis to reach the communities. So it's quite a challenge. But
Is it by car or something?
yeah, we go there by car.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's round about 900 kilometers from here to 1,000. So thank you, Tangi Chinene, in the local language in the area. Yeah. So this is one of our cars.
The
Yeah.
population of this community.
One of the community, around about 400 to 500 people.
The whole community.
No, in the whole area, in the whole TFCA area. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Thank you, Chris.
Okay.